Getting into the gym space was always a challenge for me. My stature is smaller, skinny frame, tall, lanky. I've never really had a lot of muscle or anything. So always had a sense of intimidation, really, to just get into the gym. I actually found out about Locomotion Fitness through a couple of friends who had started going here. They had goals to, just find a gym that worked for them. Weight loss was a portion of that, but I think what they ended up finding more and what they expressed to me, which drew my interest, was the sense of community. They were going to events, parties, if you will, outings, kayak trips, whatever. And so it seemed like they had really latched on and found a friend group on top of finding success with weight loss, with their strength and everything there. So all of that combined sort of broke the barrier, as well as having friends in that space, to get me to sign up for an intro. At that point, I then met with Coach Jay, the owner, and still felt a little bit intimidated, not gonna lie. Again, it's sort of the first time being in a gym on its own, but I did feel from the get-go that they were there to help, to make things easier for me. And from day one, it felt like that. What I found at Locomotion that kept me coming back was the fact that, not coming from an athletic background, I was finding things that I could actually do, some reasonably well, that I never would have tried without the help and guidance of anybody. So I was finding out, I did actually have more strength than I thought. And the support, not only from the coaches, but the other members around us. Once you get into a group environment, having the camaraderie there, people cheering you on when you don't necessarily feel like you're doing anything special, but others do see that it's special, it means a lot. Making those connections there within that hour then start to turn into connections that happen outside of the gym. And I can even say at this point that some of my best friends have come from Locomotion, just those hour-long classes. Before I became a coach, I was actually in the finance field. What drew me into the potential to actually work for a gym, or let's just say even get into fitness as a career overall, was that I'd sort of hit a wall in my career. I had just moved down here and I joined Locomotion as a member. I was actually unemployed for a while trying to figure things out. So Locomotion was just one of the key concepts in my life that was routine. I got to see a lot about it. And then I figured out that one of the tasks that I really enjoyed in all of my history of finance, or one of the things that I always fell into naturally without searching for it, was training. Helping other employees figure out how to do their job. So I was like, well, now I like to be active because I'm figuring out how to do it, and I like training. So that was sort of my first thought of maybe this could potentially be something. From there, I actually looked into getting a certification. I went for a personal training certification, got all the study materials. It was actually cool to be in the gym space too, and learn the things, the things that I'm reading and how they're actually applying to myself. Nobody else knew that, right? That's all in my head. But I was starting to really enjoy learning. The coach tells you some whys, but now I know anatomically what's going on. So it just became more and more interesting. And then from that point, it was Coach Jay reaching out to me, needing some help launching a boot camp program. And we had talked about this sort of career potential before. He was also looking for some assistance with his finances. I'm doing the books for the business. My role at Locomotion Fitness is a coach, as well as a behind-the-scenes operations manager. I work with personal training clients, so the members, see me out in the gym and know me as a coach, but the staff know me as more of a behind-the-scenes. Career changes in general are scary, often necessary. I think it says a lot about you as a person if you can actually take that leap. For me, moving from finance specific career to coaching, it doesn't get much different than that. Whereas I do still have some aspects of finance, like my world has completely changed. And there was a lot of doubt involved in that process. I did have support from friends and family, but they were also terrified with me. You know, we're talking about your life here and paying your bills and everything. So it is challenging not knowing what's about to happen. But when you've been through 8 years with no fulfillment, it's time. It's time to take a leap. You know, even if you fail, at least you tried.